Today's story is chapter 26. Kindness benefits oneself as well as others. Watanabe Kazan's rules for business. A merchant once asked the famous thinker Watanabe Kazan, 1793 to 1841, the secrets of business success. Watanabe obligingly came up with the following rules. Number 1. Get up before your servants. 2. Treat a small spender with greater consideration than a big spender. 3. When a customer returns an item he is displeased with, treat him with even greater courtesy than when he bought it. 4. The more you prosper, the more frugal you should be. 5. Write down every cent you spend on yourself. 6. Don't forget the determination of your first business venture. 7. When a competitor opens up in the neighborhood, develop cordial relations with him and encourage one another warmly. 8. When you open a branch store, lay in food for 3 years. In all ages, early to bed and early to rise has been a secret of success. There is a tendency to make much of rich people and slight the poor, but it is imperative to look after the needs of the poor and take their side. Likewise, however inconvenient it may be to do so, it is important to sympathize with others and deal with them courteously. The more others respect and admire you, the more circumspect you need to be in words and deeds. Everything in this world, even a scrap of paper, exists as a means of attaining the purpose of life and must be treated with respect. If you are fortunate enough to enjoy great success, you should never forget the spirit of the beginner and not grow indolent and arrogant. When a rival comes along, he should be appreciated as someone who has appeared to spur you on to greater efforts and self-improvement. Kindness does not only benefit others, it benefits you yourself as well. Spare no effort to see that others live in perfect contentment. So today's story is our daily practice. There are 8 rules, but everything will be summed up in the kindness, maybe. I said this because kindness is mentioned at the bottom line. But of course, there are mentioning of diligence and maybe patience. But yeah, all in all, it's kindness. Especially when a rival comes along, it's very important. This is very, on the other hand, not so easy. We don't like our rival or competitor so much. When we think about it, why do we don't like our rival? Maybe we don't like so much to make effort and self-improvement. We want to slack off. We want to sit back, relax. But when a rival comes along, we cannot do that. We should work harder, naturally. So that's the reason we don't like our rival so much. But we should go against our desire. Basically, this is our practice, going to the opposite direction of our desire. Buddhist masters always tell us, if you follow your own desire, you're heading toward the darkness. That means going towards the light means going against our desire. When people hear this, there will be a lot of misunderstanding. People say, oh, desire is important. Why Buddhism denies the human desire? Buddhism doesn't deny the importance of desire. So what is our ideal attitude in terms of desire? There is a poem about this. Originally, it is a quote by Zen monk Dogen. He said to this effect, we dedicate ourselves mostly in our Buddhist practice, spiritual journey. And in the meantime, when we have spare time, we will take care of our desire. This is the ideal practice of people who move forward on the spiritual journey. On the other hand, if we spend most of our time for fulfilling our desire and we seek for spirituality in the meantime, when we have spare time, this is the opposite of our ideal daily lifestyle that Dogen mentioned. Of course, Dogen followed Zen Buddhism. Not it's a kind of Buddhism of sages, but it is mostly the same. Takamori Sensei, Pure Master, also mentioned this, and we learned this. We dedicate ourselves like a single doctor in an isolated island, or chef in a very popular restaurant. They dedicate their life 24/7 to take care of their customers or patients, and then they are very happy about it. They are so content, so satisfied with their mission. In the meantime, when they have free time, they deal with their desire. So Watanabe Kazan's rule is not for only business people. Yeah, we can apply this rule to our spiritual journey. Okay, that's, I think, what we can learn from today's story. Okay, good job, everyone. Have a good evening. We have an advanced group session in a few minutes.